Hello everyone and welcome. I've released a few videos the last weeks which were improvised songs, and it's illusional to think that I can just go on releasing a song every week. Particular a song that I am satisfied with. I've done some songs that I never put online because even a few days later, I thought, no, they are just not good enough and didn't hold up to my standards. So there are other things that I should do on this channel besides just looping stuff and writing songs that I'm satisfied with. So this time I just want to share a few things and a few sounds with a particular pedal. Maybe that's going to be a thing for the future, but I start off with this one, and it's the DD500 by Boss. And I don't know, I've got this thing for years now to this point and never really thought about replacing it with something else. This one still manages to surprise me and delivers sounds that are inspiring to me. Me, like most of us, I think, are using gear-related videos on YouTube from time to time, and if you watch too many of those videos, it's just that pedal is better than mine, that one is my sound, and then you acquire that pedal and 2 weeks later, oh, that's a better one, or that's a better one. But that never fails on me. Whenever a new pedal comes up and I think, oh, that have some particular things or a kind of character that I really like, the darkening of the repeats when it's an analog or tape style delay, or that crisp, clear digital delay or something quirky, I can come close with this one. And sometimes it's not really that I have to have that pedal that I watched the demo of. I just want to have that sound or something that is close to that sound, just to see what I can come up with using that sound. In this video, I just want to go through some of my presets just to show you that having different presets can cause you to play something different. Sometimes it's a particular sound, delay, reverb that inspires you to play a certain note or a certain chord. And some of that sounds in here are modeled after FX pedals. Some of them are just, I tried to capture a mood which I had in one song, or it's modeled after the feeling I have listened to certain bands. So this one packs in a lot, and it's not particular a demo of the DD500. It's more or less to showcase different delay sounds and what you can do by diving deeper in the stuff that you may already have. So I think I should stop saying so, and would be also fine, I guess. I just want to say, so let's get on. Just have a listen to some of that sounds. I will use my Squier offset Telecaster into my pedal board, of course, and the only pedals engaged are the carbon drive, the Bondi Squish As, the DD500, and I will add some reverb from the Space Force. My amps are the ACS1 set to both Vox amps on left and right. And the clean sound goes like this. Let's add a little bit of reverb from the Space Force. Yeah, just a small plate beneath. The first preset on the DD500 for me is the Terra Echo one, which is not a delay that you can play rhythmically to. It's just a thing to add something behind your playing and something to just to complement what you're doing, and it sounds like this. Next one is, I've called it the Crystal Dream, and it's based off the dual delay algorithm on the DD500. Yeah, it's something that just makes me play more rhythmically stuff. Oh, that's a hard word. Because of the nature of the sounds galloping in the background. It makes me think a little bit of... It makes you think of rain in a way. Next one is the RE20 tape echo sound, and when I saw demos of that unit, I was immediately fascinated by that quirkiness and the wobble in the background, and I couldn't get it totally right, so I think, yeah, the mod depth is automated, and this way I just managed to have it a bit more natural sounding, if you will. That is what I mean with being inspired by a pedal. Some presets like this makes me play different or makes me think differently about what I play and change the tone, the feel, or the tempo. Not necessarily because of the tempo, but some algorithms just feel like they need something slower, if you will. Yeah, it's because it's such a good sound to me that I just want to hear it. And when I just overplay stuff, then I wouldn't hear it that clear. And in this case, the sound will be part of the melody, if you will. It's not something just to have running beside everything like I do sometimes with the Microcosm. The tone of the melody that I will play is just set by the delay algorithm. it's such a good sounding preset. Next one, Old Dusty Tape Echo. That started off with wanting some hiss behind the playing, and that's because I've grabbed the SFX setting, and in the patch you can change the bit depth and the sample rate. Yeah, but when I play through an amp, I don't want to have that digital hiss in the background, so I removed it altogether and just left with this one. It's just a beautiful analog feeling delay, I have to say. Mood repeat, I try to come up with that clear repeat that the mood has. Going to faster. Next one, Benson LoFi. It was one of the latest gear reviews that I saw, that I've watched, and I thought the Benson sounded really good, really, but I couldn't see the point in getting one. It's just so expensive, and to me it doesn't really does a lot. Not so many things that I would like to spend that much money on the pedal, and it wouldn't want it to make me throw off the DD500 from my board, so I thought, no, I just try to get close to the two songs I liked in the Benson. The Lo-Fi one is a bit more resonant. Yeah, it's that compression in the background that I really like, and the Benson Dark is essentially the same preset but without the resonance in the background. Yeah. The Lo-Fi one gets a bit more distorted in the repeats, and the dark one would just stay cleaner for longer. The parametric, the pattern EQ, it was called the parametric, I think, I don't know why, and I just call it the parametric sequencer. I think it's a familiar structure for everyone that use more complicated delays than just a simple box. Yeah, next one. Filter wave is a delay that has kind of a phaser in the background. Yeah, it's like a filter sweep in the background. Next one, Warm Digital is boring. Invincible Adam is a very clear analog, no, a very clear digital delay. I don't know why it gives me the Tool vibe. It gives me the Tool vibe immediately. Next one is interesting. That's the reverse one. If you just play chords, it fades in nicely, and when you don't double pick, you won't hear the delay. And I've programmed the expression slider to go between full wet and just wet and dry. That is really good for swells. And also, if you listen to this video on a pair of speakers, so you have a stereo, then you may realize that the reverse setting is also moving from left to right through the stereo field. Which is a pretty good starting point if I want to lay down something more droney, just to have something going in the background, and then you have something which isn't that distracting by just moving from left to right. It's really good pairing it with a bigger reverb, like the Airy one. It just makes it a bit more washy. So, next one. Hubris it's a post-rock band, and it's one of the first post-rock band that really pulled me into that genre. And before that, I haven't had an idea that it was already a genre and a kind of music that people make. But I made that kind of music the last 10 years without realizing it actually is a genre, and just wanted to play in bands doing more heavy stuff because I didn't thought instrumental stuff was a thing. And after hearing Hubris, whatever it's pronounced, I decided to not look further for bands and just do that ambient post-rock stuff, and it's just a thing I would do anyway. It's just a slow fade, because Hubris does this a lot, but they use the volume part, but I'm not that good. With this guitar, it's fine. Because it's at a good point. At my bomb guitar and on my Starcaster, the volume pots are in positions where it's pretty hard because you have to move the palm, and here you can have it just there. Anyway, it sounds like this. Set it to be slower than this, but for most of the use cases that I will have it for, it's just fine. Törzs, that's also a post-rock band, and I don't know if they have that particular delay sound, but it was more modeled after the feeling I had when I listened to that band. If you don't know them, give them a listen. The second album they released, they were recording live in a cave. It's just, have a look at it. It's just production-wise, sound-wise, it's just great. And the delay sound is a pretty clear one with, I think I used a high pass and just cut off some of the lows. Next one is Whalefall. It's just another post-rock band, and they're from San Francisco. Another band that I really adore. I wasn't much into things like trumpets and stuff in context of guitar-related music, but the vibe that Whalefall gets, it totally got me when I first heard it. It's just the feeling of being in California in summer and everything feels fine. It's just a little bit of wow and flutter in the background, and yeah, the modulation depth also on half, I think. Next one, Worbly Tape. One of the first algorithms that I tried to copy that kind of sound with that warble with the wow and flutter in the background, but the DD500 isn't good at that. I think it's not enough wow and it's not enough flutter. Now I've learned that you can get around with it just automating stuff. The modulation depth and the flutter, and then it will be much more pronounced. Is pronounced the right word? I think you know what I mean. It's better and it's more audible this way. Yeah, it's very subtle and very mellow without the carbon. Yeah, I like the diversity that the DD500 just delivers. There are so many good sounds in this pedal. The Shull Echo is, I think most of you maybe know Red Shull. If you are a guitar player, I'm sure you stumbled upon him. And he did a video assembling a small pedal board that is just suitcase friendly, and it was with the HX Stomp, and I think the delay in that video was from the HX Stomp, and he played something with the dotted 8. I just have to figure out the right rhythm. Yeah, it's something like this. That U2 thing, I think. No, yeah, the DD7. One of the modes that I really loved on the DD7 was the modulated one. I don't know, the melody that the pedal inspired me to, but I remember that I really liked that, and I spent some hours to get close to that sound. It's not perfect, but it's that sound that I remember. I can't just... What is the word I'm searching for? I can't compare. I can compare these two pedals by now because I've sold it, and all of what's left from the DD7 really is that algorithm, and it's close enough to remind me why I like that modulated setting. Yeah, the preset makes me play in a way that I leave space just for the repeats to shine through. One of my favorite algorithms. Next one, Deep Sea Swim. I haven't written something where I used this one, but I think it just sounds interesting, and it reminds me of deep sea stuff, like submarines, yeah. That one has a low cut at some point, and then I will have the deep sea dive, and that will have a high cut. Okay, not really high cut, but some roll up, then the high frequencies. Seems like that one has the highs rolled off and the other one had the lows rolled off. Yeah, it's the other way around. Drum. I don't know what pedal I modeled this after, but I like the clear nature of the preset. It just feels very natural, more natural than the other presets that I have. Just a fun sound to play through. Next one is the Mthrfckr repeater. I really like that delay, and it was just clear and warm, and listen to it makes me really want to buy it. But again, ripping the DD500 off the board just to put a normal pedal, a normal delay pedal on there without presets, nope, no way. Yeah. Chilled LoFi. It just has a LoFi character quality in the repeats. Just really simple. I will close the video for now because the battery is dying. I think that was enough. Maybe I will do a follow-up if that one's running okay, but I think that's it for now. I think that's enough. So I hope you learned something and maybe are inspired just to fiddle around with the delays that you already have. And as I said, you not always need that pedal. Sometimes you need this kind of pedal, this kind of sound, and for most of the time that's just enough. So nothing else to say beside thanks for watching and maybe see you in the next video.